Hey, good morning everybody. Welcome to today's vlog. Bean, thank you for tuning in and watching this vlog. So right now, not much has happening in this car event. I'm just gonna get I just need to get a coffee. I just need to make sure that I start off with the day with a coffee. So come with me and get a coffee. So alright, so let's do this now. Can I just get the cafe latte?
Yeah.
Grande? You too. Thank you. Wow. Focus. Wow. She's a cutie. So I got my Starbucks. So I'll hit you. I'll meet you at the my place. So see you in a bit. All right. So I just got home and got my coffee. Okay. So today's vlog. I'm going to talk about the cars I had or that I own under my name, and I'll put some honorable mentions. This gave me an idea from Jenny here, this channel. She put up a video of the cars she owned, so, and gave me an idea, and I was like, I should do that too. So check it out after this video. Okay, so I made a list. It goes by the year because I don't remember the what is it, when I bought it. So I went through the years instead because it's going to be complicated. These are the cars I got into or that I had under my name, not my dad's or my brother's. 1982 Toyota Corolla SR5 hatchback, liftback, whatever it is. Man, I remember buying this. I bought it for a present for my dad for his project, but again, my dad doesn't want to do any more projects. So reliving the childhood vehicle. It was fun. Those were the days. That liftback. It's only like 80 horsepower, and it was pretty slow, but it was again, it was rear-wheel drive Corolla at that time, or yeah, at that time, two-door. It was fun, just seeing it again, and yeah, that was fun. 1985 Dodge Aries. This is one of few cars that I only had automatic. This is basically a Mitsubishi engine, 2.6 liter engine, carbureted. This is basically where I started to learn driving, figure it out. It was a station wagon with fake wood panels. Oh man, those are fun. That's a fun car. It was fully loaded at that time. I had power locks for an 85. I was surprised, and the seats were so comfy. And again, it was a automatic front wheel drive. I think it only made like at least 60 horsepower, maybe 70. I don't know. My project that I did from the start. I had two of these. An 85 and the 86 Toyota Corolla GTS. One was an SR5, one was a GTS. So I just basically rebuilt the whole car using from the coupe version and transferred it to the hatchback version. Uh, yeah, I learned so much from it. Learned I did body class, automotive body class. So this is basically what was my long time project, and never again I'm going to do a long time project because it kept the garage occupied with my project. So since then I haven't really bought any. I didn't do any restoration. All I do is, like I said, basically engine swaps or tranny swaps, or transmission swaps, or a few door dings and that. Yeah, so that was basically a history of that. I could go more on it, but I don't want to really think about it because now the price of those 86 Corolla has skyrocketed. And yeah, I kind of do miss it. Oh, it was the engine I put in there is a 20 valve 4AG motor, 4AG head, and what is it, 7AG bottom end. So it was actually 7AGE ITVs with that. Yeah, so I don't really want to talk about it, but maybe in the future episodes, maybe I come across with you, I'll talk about it. And yeah, because I don't really want to remember that car because it was hard sacrifice. uh 1991 Nissan Sentra XE. I bought this. It was cheap, and my dad had a 92. Yeah, so it was weird seeing two cars, the same car. Well, again, my parents got the two Corollas. Yeah, that one was fun. I just bought it for a fixer upper and sold it the next week just to make some extra cash. I can go on more on it. Nissan Sentra. Those were the B13 series. They were actually better back then, and yeah, I do miss that square body. Every time we go to the Philippines or Mexico, I always see it, and brings back instant memory with my dad's first car here in Canada. So going through that, yeah, I do want to get one again, just for him. But it's so hard to. It's getting harder to find. Its best bet is to import something, import it. But we'll see. Here in Canada, it's really getting harder to find those ones. Uh, my '92 Nissan 240 SX. Long story short, I bought this only for 1 week and then sold it the next. Well, I had it for 1 week and sold it the next day, or sold it after week after. One, I only bought it because again it's a 2S chassis. Rear wheel drive drifting was getting popular. Those are getting harder to find in clean shape. The reason I sold it because one was automatic, two it was rusted to the floor pan was getting rusted. So a buddy of mine named Dave, he has it, and every time I see it, man, his transformation is amazing right now. This guy kept all the receipts, and till this day I still bug him about it. Dude, man, that's a lot of memories with that 240 SX. Yeah, he converted to a manual with a RB20 in it, and since then, haven't really got to speak to him, so I haven't really don't know what's going on with him. But yeah, yeah, that 240. I do miss it, but it was good call. It got to a good car owner. It's his first car, so I'm happy that someone actually took the time to build it to his liking. But I'm surprised, man. I'll see if I can dig up some photo and post it up on my Instagram page, and I'll see if I can get a hold of him again. It's tough to see people that, or tough to see them if like right now, my time schedule, time frame is totally different, and yeah, so I would like to see him again. All right, this one was my one of my favorites. This is actually the first car. I got it cheap, but I do regret actually blowing it up. I blew up the motor on it. But here it's the Eagle 2000 GTX. It was basically a Mitsubishi Galant with the 4G63 non-turbo on it and all-wheel drive. Man, this car was so fun. This is basically Lancer Evolution like the Evolution Zero, the grandfather of the Evolution series. I didn't know back then, and I really wish I still have it. But this Eagle 2000 GTX was clean when I got it. No rust, no rust on it. Low kilometers. I think only had like 150-ish kilometers. 150. Man, and the only downfall with it is there's no turbo, and I wanted the turbo on it, but at that time I didn't have stable. Well, I had a job, but it was not a full-time job. Yeah, that car, I had so much fun. 5-speed tranny, and the gauge was so cool. You could there's a button in the in the cluster. You can press it either green or red. Red for performance or green for economy. That was cool at that time. I was surprised that actually exists. The only reason I sold it again, I blew up the motor. I really wish I did it. And now finding those is it's a gem. It's hard to find, but apparently I talked to the guy. He still has it, but I don't know if I want to rebuild it at the same. Well, I don't know, because it's been sitting for so long. If you've been if the car's been sitting so long, things rust, and I don't know where. Yeah, so it's huge risk now. Yeah, so that was one of my cars that I really miss driving. It was loaded. Seats were comfy. It was just basically economy performance car. It was weird. And also that time Mitsubishi didn't release in Canada, so they used the triple diamond, the DS. That was basically a DSM. DSM is Diamond Star Motors, using Plymouth, Chrysler, and Mitsubishi and Eagle, all that. So I really wish I still have it at that time. In finding that now in Canada is really hard. They're gonna ask maybe a lot for it. 93 Civic hatch. Oh man, I remember buying this, and then the next day I sold it because my buddy, one of my other friends, wanted to buy it from me, and yeah, it was cool. It was only a base model. It was a manual too. Yeah, and then I sold it the next day. I didn't really enjoy it. I drove it, buying it, and then storing it. Next day somebody bought it off me, so I don't have a good time memories with it. But the process of the person who bought it off me, it was actually his first car too. He actually modified it with a Prelude motor H22 VTEC. So, and then he took it to the shop one time. That's the last time I heard about it. Took it to the shop, and the guy in the garage left it outside, and basically all the parts were gone. That's tough, man. And then the garage, like, I don't know, like, I don't know what happened. It's like, garage can't do anything about it because they're not liable. I'm like, well, I don't know what happened to that, so I just didn't listen after my buddy talked to me about it or mentioned about it. Okay, so I got this. Had a '95 Toyota 4Runner. Oh man, this was a tank. It was basically a V6 engine. I can't remember the motor. Is 7MZVFV or something. I don't remember the top of my head. But this thing was gutless, slow, and filling it up was 60 liters. So at that time it was only like $60. Man, this thing was gas guzzler. So I was like, wow, I couldn't believe it. Gutless and gas guzzler, and it was roomy, but blew up. So I didn't really want to fix the engine because I was just driving, and then I didn't even tow anything. I was just driving my one of my friends home, and then driving just normally. Smoke came out. I was like, oh great, I know this what this is. I blew up a head gasket. It was pretty common for those engines, and after that I sold it. My dad was like kind of disappointed. It was like how many, and at that time I was like, I'll get to more on that. My dad was like, how many engines do you have to blow up all the time? I'm like, Dad, at least I get rid of it. More on the blowing up engine. I think I had 98 Civic hatch, and then I got 99 Civic coupe. The 99 Civic coupe, basically, I knew the guy. I used to work at Part Source, and we're good friends at that time. And then he told me that his son, this is the 99 Civic. The story of that, I got the 99 Civic coupe. Basically, it was for his son, but the son was too lazy or not putting effort on getting his license. So it's been sitting in his driveway for, what is it? I don't know. At that time, like 2 months, a month, and he has no interest in getting a license. So he told me that he's selling his Civic. I was like, okay. And then that's when my cousin just came in from the Philippines, and they needed a car. I was like, well, I'll probably pick up that Civic, and if they want it, they can buy it off me. So which they did. That Civic, that's a Civic I wanted too, the EM1 coupe. It's not a SIR, but it's still that coupe version is, I like that kind of version, and the hatchback too. Anyway, so that was basically the story of it. I picked that up, low kilometers, came from Alberta, so I had to run the safety inspection, which flying with flying colors. And then 98 Civic hatch. I think I've owned 2 of the hatch. One was a buy and sell, and the other one, Oh, I don't remember that. That was so long ago. Anyways, Civic hatch. One was B18, B18C. No, not C. Well, B18. Just from the Integra motor. I can't remember the top of my head. Anyways, it was somebody swapped it in. It was fun. Sold that. Then the thing though too is plastic dip all around. Remember that time that the trend plastic dip everywhere before vinyl wrap on vehicles. Yeah, this car was full of plastic dip. Oh man. Oh, then it was running good. Oh man, I'm trying to remember what it is. Anyways, it'll come back to me. I'll put it in the next video. I sold it to the guy who had a 240 because he wanted a reliable beater. I was like, dude, this is a Civic hatch. This thing is going to be worth more down the road. Well, even the 240 too. And Saskatchewan, they don't use salt, they use sand. But that's why you see less rust on Saskatchewan roads. Anyway, so he bought it. And then when he got rid of all the posse dip, the doors didn't match. I didn't even know. I was like, whatever. He's happy. And I think he got rid of it just to pay off some debt. So I was like, dude, you should have just kept it. That way you could have another vehicle. Yeah, I kind of regret it. Okay, so we're not even halfway in the list. I'm trying to just speed it up a little bit, but every time I think about a car, and there's another car that I remember, but oh man, I've driven so many cars. This is only my list. I haven't even done my dad's list too. My dad's list is hilarious. Anyways, the next one, everybody knows it. My 2000 Celica GTS. I had it out of high school. Bought it off a friend of mine, Richard Chan. Till this day, we're still friends. And yeah, the thing though too is, at that time, this thing was pretty popular. There was a lot of GTs and RSXs. I wanted to get a Celica because I wanted a Toyota again, Toyota branding. Yeah, long story short, I still have it, and I ordered so much aftermarket products on it. Now it's just sitting in my parents' garage, and it becomes a collector item. Anyways, go back to the blow up engine. I blew up the engine on this one too because my dad got mad at me. He's like, "Did you race the other day?" He's like, "Oh." And my parents are like getting mad at me because I'm racing. I'm like, Mom, it's not really, but it's still just like it's like a rolling, not like a dig, but rolling, just for fun. Because when you're young, you always have fun. And yeah, so the next day I was like, no, on the way home the engine blew up. I think because it had water. It wasn't raining that day, but I think one of the well, I checked it out when we opened the motor. The valve snapped right to the piston, and which caused basically lost compression, blew up the motor. And luckily I was only a block away from my house, so I called my dad just to help me push it to the driveway. That's basically the last time I actually pushed my car to the driveway. More than that, there's still more. There's still more in the car list. Damn Jetty, you challenging me for cars. I think this is like I still have more. Okay, next one on the list is my 2002 Civic. 2002 Civic EM2 Coupe. I bought this in a car auction. I just wanted to try out the car auction, and it was good. It was a good price when I bought it. You needed only mechanical safety. In Saskatchewan, you need two, mechanical and body integrity. Body integrity if it was a previously total loss. I was trying to avoid it back in the day because I didn't have the full equipment to restore a complete restore vehicle. I just wanted to try the auction. Yeah, it was a low kilometer. I just wanted to just get to use it, fix it up, and then sold it, fixer upper. Sold it to an Asian girl, and ever since then, I don't know what happened to that car. 2002 Nissan Xterra. This is the other automatic I driven in my own personal vehicle. Most of them are all manual. Bought this car out of the garage. The guy who wants to get rid of it because he was afraid the engine blew up, and well, actually, it just shut down. So I bought it for a fixer upper. All it needed was a timing belt and a windshield, and the interior, you guys, ladies and gentlemen, this was a mess. It was godful, or it was really disgusting. I swear, like, it was like smoke, tar in that vehicle. I couldn't even breathe in that. I had to pop up the sunroof out of it and open the window. Man, you can still smell it. It was really crazy. So, called up my buddy in Toyota sales, and I asked him how much is it to charge a detailing service. Oh man, yeah, it was like $100 something just for interior. I was like, okay, just deal with it. Just deal with it. I swear, these guys, detailers, they never seen a disgusting truck or car that they had to clean. Oh man! And then once they're done, I had to leave it at the shop for at least 2 days because there was so much products in the vehicle. I was like, oh man. Yeah, that was my my memory with that Nissan Xterra. Even I mentioned it to my dad. We were mentioning about the detailing service. But yeah, that car, that vehicle, 2002, the engine tranny, it came from in the 80s, so it's really good. So it's really reliable. The only thing difference with it is fuel injection, and they added fuel injection. So, you guys, oh man. Here's my other one, 2003 Pontiac Vibe. This is when I moved to Ottawa and started my basically journey here, my career. I bought it only for $500, and it was a manual. And the thing though too was a weird feature: roll down windows, manual locks, had a sunroof, which I didn't understand. I'd rather have power locks and then over a sunroof. It was basically new clutch, everything, new tires. It was ready to go. This is when I moved to Ontario. Every time you buy a car, you need a safety inspection to make sure it's roadworthy. I learned a lot when I moved here to Ottawa. So that car, I had it for at least a year, and then I got rid of it for a little bit more money out of it. We'll go with that. That one I kind of wish I didn't get sold. It was completely reliable. Same engine as a Toyota Corolla. It was basically a Toyota Matrix. Yeah, so one of the most reliable vehicles I ever bought here. 2002 Toyota Sienna van. Yes, I owned a Sienna van. I bought it for cheap because my dad, my parents, they wanted like another big vehicle just for them to visit me, and I didn't have my truck here back then. This is when before I moved to Ottawa, I didn't even have my truck because I left it in good old Saskatchewan. Yeah, normal van. We went to go back with it. Go back City, very reliable. The only reason I sold it because I didn't want to replace a timing belt. It took like 6 hours, at least 7 hours, just to replace a timing belt. So sometimes I don't even want to work on my own vehicles. Like that's the only downfall. Replacing timing belt, water pump. I don't want to take the huge time just to replace one belt, just to get another 100,000 kilometers out of it. So I just got rid of it. And this one is basically the other one I went to, got it for, traded, or sold it and bought this one. 2006 Mitsubishi Outlander. All-wheel drive, 5-speed tranny. Man, this thing was fun. It's basically a Mitsubishi Lancer. All-wheel drive, but jacked up. I bought it off of an old lady in Cornwall. It was fun. I liked driving it, and everything worked. AC worked. Again, it was really bad inside the interior, so I had to get the, not too bad, but I still had to get it detailed, and because there was a dog, hair, and just basically got it detailed, and took that back to Saskatchewan and sold it. A Toyota Tacoma. You can see, as you can tell, I still drive it. I love that truck. I use it basically for work-wise, and yeah, till this day, never had a problem with it. I love the Tacoma. The only thing I'm worried about is the rusted frame. So I've been trying to undercoat it with fluid film every time, and basically trying to prevent the rust. There's a little bit of rust showing up, but I do want to get redone with dry ice. Apparently, I've been researching it. It does so much, like it changes, basically getting rid of some of the rust buildup on it. And lastly, but not least, the Honda Fit 2010. I still have it. I still drive it. Well, I take it to the track. It's basically my race car. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. That's basically it. Still an ongoing project. Yeah, so we'll go from there. So I have no idea how many cars I just listed. I have it all written down. I think I missed one, but there was a couple of honorable mentions there. My dad's what is it? Nissan Sentra. I missed that. The Civic. Yeah, the Civics was his. So the FJ Cruiser. FJ Cruiser. He bought that to replace the Nissan Sentra because. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about the Nissan Sentra. The Nissan Sentra, his red one, 92. It got total lost by insurance because I went to a club and got vandalized. That's why I kind of regret it, because that was his first car, and yeah, since then I've been trying to find another one, but no luck. Maybe down the road if I see one in good shape, maybe. And right now he's just taking care of his 2000 Toyota Corolla. Basically his Toyota Corolla is his baby, like my Celica. So seeing my nephew do too, driving my dad's Corolla was so funny. My nephew, man, I know he wants to drive manual because he wants to drive my car, but at the same time I'm like, ugh. But I get it, I understand, but I will let him drive it sometime again. Yeah, so those are the cars I've went to, and there's a couple of my sister's cars too, like the RAV4, the Nissan 200s, SX, SER. We've got worked on so many cars. The Land Rover. I don't even want to get started on that Land Rover. It's just basically memories with me and my dad, and Kuya J was the one helping us out on that. And thanks to Kuya, actually, thank you for Kuya J and Tito Mario for helping us out with that. Honorable mentions, and yeah, those are the cars we've gone through. There's more cars, but basically my brother's side, he just buys buys and lease vehicles. His Cobalt, his Cavalier, Rav4, Tacoma. He had a Tacoma too, and now he has an RDX. My other brother with the Civic. We've gone through so many cars, working on it, diagnosing it. So that's basically, I got built up my confidence in building cars. What else? That's pretty much it. I can't think of anything else. Let me. How about this? Let me know what you guys think. If you want me to go fully detailed, put a link. Put a comment down below, and I can go on and talk about these cars I've gone through. Or probably we had the same cars, and you might need another point of view, because a lot of cars, there was a lot of tricks on it and techniques that I developed. This was before YouTube, you guys, happened. That's like I said, I wanted to do YouTube along the way, document all the cars I've worked on. Man, I would have started, but it's never too late. And I had to just basically talk about this quick and easy, but apparently some of these cars brought me memories. So like, I didn't want to think about the memories that I had with the car. I just wanted to let it be. Anyways, put a link down below if you guys want me to talk about either one of these cars, and either one of the cars that I talked about, and we'll go fully in depth on it. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap the video today. Always stay fly. This is your favorite Kuya. Until next time, always stay fly, everybody. Peace.